I was in the honoured position of giving some positive feedback from our Google business review to one of our long-term locums, Dr. Debs White, who then turned around to me with her role in the LMC and said, Dave, you seem to be getting a lot of good feedback on Google. How do you do it? And I thought, hang on a second, that'd make a brilliant video. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 steps to boost your Google business reviews for 2025 and also give you the power of Feedback Friday. So the first step is to take ownership. So if you jump onto Google your business or your practice, basically, you'll see on the right hand side, it will say all the stars, so your review, which you hopefully want to improve. And then under there will be something like an own this business question mark, and I'll try and link to that. You need a Google business account, a Google account for this. So just sign it up with, I don't know, like yourpracticesurgery@gmail.com. And again, this is very, very easy to take account for. Once you've signed up to it, normally they'll send you a letter through to that practice address, which will give you normally a code or something, just that means that they can verify that you are what you say you are. The benefit of doing this then gives you access to the Google business page, which means you can adjust the hours, you can respond to feedback, which is the key important thing, and you can really start to take ownership of this side of the business. It's also a social media page in its own right, so that you can add posts to there as much as you would do Facebook, X, LinkedIn, etc. And so you can really start to push your practice bit out. Step 2 is to think about what responses you've got, so that once you've got this feedback, what do you want to do with it? And broadly, they're going to split into sort of 3 areas. So one being quite positive, and you might just say, thank you very much for your feedback, much appreciated. You're mildly negative, so they've upset with the service, where you may want to have them signposted to your practice complaints procedure, so that you've got it on the website or somewhere that you can easily sort of link them to, saying, if you want to make a formal complaint, please do it through these channels. Here's a links to our complaints procedure. And then finally, you need to be prepared that there may be some, either not negligence, but maybe a significant event that you need to get in contact with the patient quite quickly. So say that something's happened, and instead of contacting you, they've just left a bad review. Now, normally you should have someone in the practice. I would argue it should be your complaints lead. So for me, I'm the complaints lead, but my deputy practice manager is the administrative side of the complaints process. So she will contact them to see, to get a bit more information, what needs going on, etc., etc. And then I'm there if it needs sort of an urgent clinical opinion from that perspective. So number 3, think about making leaving feedback as easy as possible. So we use a online tool called DigiFeel, which provides you, for a cost, 2 plates that you can then scan on your phone, and it will automatically take you to leave a Google sort of a feedback. Now, there are loads of these out there that, and this is just one that popped up on Facebook, and I thought, I'll give it a go, and it's worked out really well. We've then placed these around the surgery, so we've got one at the front desk and also one by where patients check in, just so that it's really clear and obvious that it's there. They also provide a QR code, which will link directly to your Google business page, and we've got a couple of posters dotted up around the practice so that you can scan it and it will take it directly to there as well, which is great. So before we go any further, if you found this useful, I'm starting a newsletter. Please sign up below with your email and give weekly updates, and also please feel free to subscribe and share this video around to members of your practice who will also want to boost your Google business reviews. So step 4 is quite a chunky one, and that's automate, batch, and delegate. Okay, so for this, it's going to take time to start to build things up. So I want you to get about 12 positive responses. It doesn't matter whether it's from letters, online, verbally, whatever, just something that you can sort of build together. Then I want you to start to build 12 individual posts using social media tools. So we use Canva, and I use Canva one heck of a lot for all of my social media content, as it's really quick and really simple. And we've got sort of like a specific good looking Eaglescliffe Medical Practice Canva, a couple of templates that we can sort of update and adjust as needs be. Then from that, using whatever tool that you want to use. So if you're on Facebook, the Business Suite will allow you to sort of set up regular posts and regular updates, normally on a monthly basis, to push this out. Okay, and that leads nicely onto other social media tools like Publer being one of them, which are digital transformation lead uses, so that effectively he can batch out the 2-3 months worth, hence the 12 posts needed, and that's him set up from that way. Because he's got a larger account as well, he's also got ownership of not only our Facebook page, but all of the other PCM practices pages, so that he can do our feedbacks and then the other practices as well. And it just works out really quick and simple for him. With regards to these posts, if you're not confident on Canva, once you've got the positive feedback, you can just use pictures. So we've got pictures of all the practice teams, so that if they say Dr. Highmarsh was brilliant, there's a picture of me and the feedback that sort of goes underneath the post. It can be as simple as that, but I would say just worth having a look at. And again, the delegate, does it have to be you that does this? So as I said, our digital transformation lead uses this, and he's really sort of taken this on board. He knows what he's looking at. He knows how to do it. And actually what you'll find is, once you've done it for a long period of time, hence that 3 months, is that you start to see the new positive feedback coming in. And that's where 5 Feedback Friday. Now, I copied this from Elmtree Medical Practice, a superb medical practice down the road from us. And they start to do this. So put your feedback on Friday, hence Feedback Friday, with the hashtag Feedback Friday, and it just sort of drips into whoever's absorbing your social media that this is what's happening and this is why it's going on from there. And we have that Canva sort of pretty picture saying it can be as simple as just hashtag Feedback Friday to, it with a picture of one of us or with an actual quote of whoever's given the feedback. And then it allows people to sort of comment, and we have the set saying, like, if you could leave a Google business review, if you could go with the NHS ratings review, then please do it from there. Okay, and we've found that this really has helped sort of trickle in and keep going with our Google business review and sort of slowly drift up the star rating that they sort of give you from that way. So I hope you found that useful. Please drop a comment below. Feel free to share this video, and also there's a link to the newsletter if you need be. I'm Dr. Dave Highmarsh. Very best luck with your Google business reviews in 2025.